It is the Homemade Broadcast, episode 552. Hello, my name's Will Kuncz. Next to me, I got Anna Hummel.
We're in the tundra right now.
Oh, let's see. Oh, is your mic on?
The Florida tundra.
There
Can you
we
hear
go.
me?
I can hear you now.
Super.
Didn't have your mic on.
That's okay. It's probably better that way.
Broadcasting, you're falling into the abyss again. Broadcasting live from the Oval Office. New prez. Oh, new adventures ahead of us.
I feel really good.
You feel really
But I know
good.
that not everybody shares those sentiments.
No.
The boyfriend tried to encourage me to wear the red hat over here.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
Can I turn it inside out? Is it reversible? He said, no. I said, I'm going to leave that at home.
You could like smuggle it in under your shirt or something and put it on when you're in here and then just immediately put it back under your shirt.
Yeah. I left it at home. So
that's all right. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is the Homemade Broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to do half an hour program here free on podcasts and on Radio St. Pete. And if you're listening on Radio St. Pete or podcast, I would encourage you to head over to Substack. It's hmbradio.substack.com. You can subscribe for free there. I would like you to do that because you keep disappearing. It's distracting for a few reasons, because Substack is the wave of the future. And it's, there's a free option there. And hopefully we tend to do some things on Substack only in the future that might be free. But, just go sign up. And there is a paid option there as well. If you want to do $5 a month or 50 for a year, I did it as cheap as possible. It's a good way to support the program. And we do have super chats open as well. I set a goal. I found out you can set a goal on the super chat thing on the app.
Like a GoFundMe sort of thing.
Kind of. It's just like, what do you want to do? It's 10 super chat. You have to offer a reward. So we might do some bonus time if that happens. Whatever. I'm just saying these are the tools that are available to you. This show is mostly free. You don't have to pay for it, but this is new media. This is what we're dealing with. So, I don't know. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. WillsYouTube.com. Subscribe there. Rumble, Facebook. That's where we're at right now. I connect my Instagram to it. I don't know. Is that a thing? People do Instagram stuff. Do people watch stuff on Instagram?
Oh yeah. I'm getting back into it.
Long form stuff on Instagram?
Oh, maybe not long form.
That's
you can't be doing more than 20 seconds. Nobody cares unless you're really popular, and then you can do the lives.
Yeah.
People like the lives.
Well, that's what I thought we would do with this and then it would turn into a piece of media, I think, after. But I just never watched any long form stuff, so I just don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I gotta learn how to do Twitch. I was trying to look before you got here about how to take calls and working on that. Like, it's daunting. I'm not a tech person. I'm a talky guy. So outside of that, it's a little tough. It's cold, Anna.
It's freezing.
What the fart is going on?
It is crazy. Woke up, it was 39 degrees.
That's
Fahrenheit.
Not good.
It was basically freezing. And there were maybe about 10 Mexicans right outside of my house. They're fixing a fence. So there was no fence between me and my neighbor. And I just felt very exposed.
Is this the neighbor with the dog?
No.
Oh, unfortunately.
I tried to start. Maybe I should give that update. Where I was feeling real strong on Monday because America. And I just had this, like, I don't know what it was. I was like watching the inauguration. I'm like, we're back, baby. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to go start some stuff with the neighbor. Which is stupid. You don't start stuff with the neighbor that has a pit bull. That's dumb. That's dumb. But God was on my side and he went back inside because it's probably too cold. That's so good. I saw him outside and then 5 minutes later tried to go like find him. And then he was not there.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely for the best.
No, it 100% is. And then afterwards, I was like, what was I thinking? Why was I trying to go get bit by a dog just to make a point?
What were you thinking?
I wasn't. Clearly, I was going for a walk, but I'm like, oh, because lately I've been going in a different way out of the neighborhood so I don't have to cross paths with him. But this time I was like, oh, he's out. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Because this was after the election results came in, right? So
results. This was the inauguration. This was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So I called you because I thought maybe it would be good content if I got bit by a dog.
Yeah.
So I was like, I called you. I was like, Will, but you weren't there. So then I started recording on my phone like I'm on
You're
World Star.
approaching aggressively too, like ready to rumble.
Well, I mean, on the other side of the street, but like I don't have my headphones on, like I'm fully alert, ready to go. And then he just wasn't there. Dog wasn't there, and then just kind of, pew, you know.
You would think you would be in a good mood because you're back in biz, but
Well, I was in a great mood. Do you ever just want to like you feel the energy where you just want to get destructive?
I think that's because you do karate.
Yeah,
and you're just like
I'm breaking
used to,
boards all day,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
and I had just gotten out of karate too, so I would probably still
Adrenaline
had
was
the
high.
adrenaline, the endorphins pumping. Everyone was like, "Yeah, America!" And then I saw the neighbor as I was driving in. And I'm like, "Oh, I feel like going for a walk." So then I decided to go for a walk, and then he was gone.
Do you ever do the thing where you like, here's what I'm gonna say, and you start doing the conversation in your head?
Oh, rehearse?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So
All
what
the
was gonna be
time.
your approach when you saw him with the dog and the dog was unleashed?
It was going to be pretty much a repeat of last time. Like, what did I say last time? What do I have to tell you? And then, yeah, it doesn't work on the dog, unfortunately. But I was like, I was ready with the F-bombs were in both my pockets, ready to go. Mostly because I know he didn't like that before.
Mhm.
So I was just going to be like, listen,
Yeah.
I was like ready to go. And then he just wasn't there. And I was like, I almost like waited on the corner for a little while, just to, like, you coming out? Like, and then I was like, what am I doing? Why am I like this?
It's a like, obviously you're a tiny lady. I know that you do know some karate.
I mean, that doesn't work with a pit bull.
I understand, but I'm saying like but when you're talking to a man, like there's two ways that can go, obviously, where a guy kind of tucks his tail and takes it and backs down because you're a lady and you can't, like, what can you do? Well, I'll tell you what you could do: punch you in the face. Like that would be the other plan. But yeah, maybe.
Oh, no way. He's like crippled.
Still, you think you can beat up that man?
I just have to like push it.
He's in a wheelchair.
He's not a wheelchair, but it's like one of those walkers that doubles as a seat.
Oh, you'd see, then you're gonna look bad if he takes a swing at you. What do? Pulls the walker up and starts to do this motion.
I mean, if I just walk away briskly,
if you just do one of these,
I'll be fine. Yeah. He can't hurt
the
me.
move is still, he made the move.
Yeah.
So now it's up to you to either fight back or tuck your tail.
No, I would never like hit him unless he hit or tried to hit me first.
But I'm saying he tried to hit you.
Oh yeah, then what? Just right in the balls every time.
You're gonna beat up a
man.
decrepit, paralyzed
maybe
man.
That'll help me get a job or something. I don't know. This girl's out of her mind. She needs to be on our station.
Seems like it does the opposite.
Yeah, probably not. But no pit bull, no guy, no nothing. So
yeah,
better luck next time, I suppose.
Yeah, that's too bad. I had a very awkward interaction with the maintenance guy here. So I live in it's kind of like a townhome community. Well, it is a townhome community, and it comes with the HOA. And
can I ask how much that is here?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's like 100, and it's pretty cheap.
Okay.
It's not like super expensive at all. Excuse me. So I'm so useless as a man. I'm getting better, but just things that
Mailbox,
like everything is a. Did I already talk about this?
The mailbox.
The mailbox.
Yeah.
Everything is just like, why is it so difficult? Why does something happen where it's the easiest thing in the world? I'm confident I can handle this, and then something happens where it's like now it's an issue where it's almost out of my pay grade. Sorry, God.
This is you. You are in the mind of a woman right now. That is. I'm like, what is this? Where was I supposed to learn this? What vocational school did I have to go to learn how to fix something like this?
Well, I'll tell you, it was changing a hinge on a mailbox. Okay. So the door that opens. So I bought the hinge. I called the company. I bought the hinge. It's just got some bolts in it. You just take the bolts out. What happened was the bolt, I guess it's been in there so long, it just broke off. The second, and I got the first one out fine. The second one, of course, broke off, which I didn't really think about at the time when I was still doing it, because I was like, oh, that's all right. And I just kind of continued to work. But the problem is when you try to get a new bolt in there, you got a broken bolt in the bolt hole, if you will. So I'm just like, oh, now I'm stuck. Now I can't do this. So then I just had to leave everything on the ground. And they must have called, the HOA must have called like the maintenance guy out. They were like, we can't let this stand. This looks bad. That's what I'm
It
thinking.
looked that bad.
Well, it had no door, and I just had everything sitting on the ground, and it had a freaking house number bolted on there too, so I couldn't put that. It was terrible. I was really upset.
That's okay.
But I was like, okay, I'm going to look up how to do this, whatever. But I didn't get to it because the maintenance guy apparently showed up. Now, I've never seen this guy before. Big dude. And I see this man as I'm walking downstairs, just fiddling around near the mailboxes. We have like 3 mailboxes together. So it's like the townhouse here, townhouse here, and townhouse here. And they kind of just put the mailboxes together. So I didn't know who he was. I'd never seen him before. And I thought, well, maybe it's a mailman or something. I don't know. And then I got a drink and I came back and I still saw him like messing around near the mailboxes. Today? This was a few days ago. So I go, I'm just going to go see what's up. Like, what's going on here? Not necessarily thinking something nefarious, but I don't know this guy. He's messing with the mailbox.
Right. Stop messing with my broken mailbox.
And I thought, like, well, maybe I'm in trouble with the HOA because I broke the mailbox. So I wanted to see what was going on. So I walked outside, and I think I can't really see. Like, I have glasses, but my eyes are I have 40-year-old eyes now. And I could never really see anyway. My eyes, I'm blind. I can't see at night, especially this was during the day, but. So I think that when I walked outside, I think I did this. You know what I mean? Like
where you're trying to figure out.
Yeah. Let me get this a little bigger here.
Yeah. The like squinty.
Yeah.
Old man trying to assess look.
Yeah. So I saw him out of the corner of. Oh no, I'm cutting you off.
That's all right. No one's complaining.
Geez, let's do it. And I saw him kind of do this thing where he looks over his glasses, kind of looking at me.
Having a little glasses off.
And I came strolling down the little walkway towards the mailbox. And he goes, I'm fixing the mailbox, sir. I'm not doing anything wrong. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was just coming to see what's up because you don't have to look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
You said that?
Yeah. And I was like, I wasn't.
Did he have this color skin?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. He was he had a little bit of an accent, like a Spanish accent. I thought I did, but I'm so bad at accents you couldn't tell. I thought I did the accent.
Yeah.
His name was Luis. I asked him, I was like, "What's your name?" And he says, "My name's Luis. I'm from the HOA."
Yeah.
And I went, "Okay, well, great. Yeah, cool. Well, good. I'm glad a man is here to fix the
You said that.
mailbox." I was like, I tried to do it, but I broke the bowl. And he just seemed very like, wasn't interested in talking to me anything anymore. I don't know. I guess he thought I guess it was my face. I just had a weird face. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't see. And I was just wondering what was up.
RBF, but
a little bit. Man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I probably do. But, so then I tried to like, be nice, and I'm like, oh yeah, I started to tell him the story. I tried to do this, bolt broke off. He wasn't really interested. And I go, I have a hint, because he's like, I'm doing all the hinges in the complex. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, yeah, I got to order some more. I go, well, I have one. Do you want it? Because I'm not going to use it now if you're putting on this one. And he was kind of like, just was very. I was like, I'll go get it. So I came back out. And he goes, just put it there. And I said, okay. So I put it in the back of his truck, and I just said, well, thank you very much. Isn't that great to meet you? And he just kind of said, okay. That was it.
I think he wasn't happy about the way you were, like, in his mind, dressing him down, I guess, initially.
But I wasn't. I didn't even say anything.
Right. But to him, he was like, why is this guy giving me a look? But you were just trying to figure out what's going on.
That's it.
And then you try to, I know what you did because I do the same thing. You try to overcompensate by being like super cool and super nice to be like, I'm sorry, misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Let me help you out. How's your day going? And they're just not having
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I should have just been like, okay, after he told me mailbox guy fixing the mailbox. Okay. And I probably should have just went.
No, I think you should do that. I think it's a him problem, not a you problem.
It was a weird, like, it threw me off kill a little bit because it just immediately went to, you don't have to look at me like I'm doing something wrong. Well, I didn't. I mean, I don't know you.
Like, this is my face, bro.
I don't know you. You're some man messing around with a mailbox. I don't know who you are. I'm just seeing what's going on.
Right.
That's all. But I don't know. I guess it was a dumb story, but it disappearing in the background. Yeah. Yeah, the snow. So I thought initially we were going to get some snow here. Were you
In
excited
Tampa?
about the prospect? Yeah. I know it was a very
hasn't
small
it been
chance,
like
but
40 years or something where there was like a few flakes,
yeah,
little dandruff of snow.
right.
No,
1970
I
something.
listen, look at me.
Yeah.
I hate snow. I never want to live in a place that's cold where, listen, I don't mind it where it's a little cold right now. It's annoying. When the weather starts to impede your day-to-day life and travel, that is not a place I want to live.
Well, as a Floridian who's I've seen snow, but never like been in snow.
Oof.
You know, I was
thumbs
excited
down.
potentially about the prospect of snow. And it did snow in like the 70s here. I think I saw a flurry one time when I was a very little kid, just a few snowflakes that kind of were floating around, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But I don't remember ever seeing or being in actual snow.
Falling snow.
Yeah. And Florida is, it's a sunshine state.
Yeah.
We don't get snow.
Thank God.
Here. Well, apparently we do. I saw the joke that Donald Trump's been in office for one day and already fixed global warming. I saw that one.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. Now it is kind of weird though, right? I mean, like if you're
come
biblical.
on. This is the coldest time of the year.
Yeah, but it doesn't snow 6 inches in North Florida. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you could definitely look at it that way. Like, oh my God, like either positive or negative, or positive or negative. I don't know.
I don't. I mean,
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I did see the people at FSU like jumping around in the trees, and there was snow falling.
Oh, it was on the beach, like snow on the beach.
Yeah, that
was
is
such
weird.
a weird.
Those two things don't really go together.
No, it's such a weird image. Pensacola Beach, Destin. I mean, and it wasn't just a little dusting. Yeah, I mean, it was an actual like snow.
Huh?
They had snow plows like plowing I-10.
You know what? Those are the worst places to be that don't usually get snow, and then it does snow and they have no idea how to deal with it. Do you remember? I don't remember how long this was. I have no reference of time. It must have been 10 years ago. It snowed like 2 inches in Atlanta and the city just fell to its knees. There were like school buses on the road for 12 hours. Kids were just like pissing in their pants. Like it was like a really big sad deal. I think Obama was in office, but yeah, that made me laugh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did see like people were driving into the back. They don't know how to drive in it.
No, you got to turn into when you start spinning out, you got to turn into the turn, not out of the turn.
Yeah.
Learned that the hard way in Michigan.
Yeah.
Sucks.
There was like a blizzard in New Orleans. I mean, I
saw that. Yeah, on Bourbon Street. Remember how like there was a shooting there, or not a shooting? I'm sorry.
Terrorist
attack. And does anyone even remember? Like, I feel like that was so long ago. It was maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty crazy. And it's cold here too. We didn't get any snow, obviously. But I saw that the Florida Department of Transportation seemed like they were on it. They deployed snow plows and it seemed like they were.
God bless them.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
DeSantis, Ronnie D.
Yeah,
It. Yeah, it's uncomfy right now, but honestly, it is kind of fun a little bit for a change of pace because come July, you will be begging for something like this.
Yeah.
But right now, it just is like, what's going on?
Oh, I gotta take off Oh, there it goes. I gotta watch the virtual background. It doesn't really. It just freezes up at some point. Yeah, we had to put the heat on today, which is really embarrassing. I was saying, don't do it.
Sorry, I just want to. For those, about the ordeal that my father is going through
with the great country of Israel.
Yes. So I think we talked about this about when did it happen? A month and a half ago. My father was on his way to Israel, goes from San Diego to Atlanta to Paris. Paris gets shut down and is unable to get into Israel. So they send him on a flight home. So that was 2 days of traveling for nothing. Attempt number 2 was this morning. My dad goes from San Diego to New York, JFK. And he's like, I made it to my gate. I'm like, great. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, no. And he gets stopped at the gate. They said, you do not have a permit to enter the country. You don't have Israeli passport. You can't come into the country. At this point, my dad is about to burn the airport.
Why doesn't he have a passport? Isn't he? He's not a citizen?
He doesn't have an Israeli passport. He has an American passport because he's an American.
I thought he was a dual citizen.
No, he was never a citizen of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Just like a permanent resident for a while.
Gotcha.
So, but he got the permit. All's well. It got delayed a little bit, but he's on his way to Israel. So that's good.
Well, Godspeed.
Well, he's not there yet, so I shouldn't speak too soon.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Yeah.
He got his special clearance.
He got his permit. They really helped him out. Shout out, I think it was to Delta or Italian Airlines or something, or whoever it was. Thank you for helping my father. And I was like, did you miss your flight? Because he was supposed to be on a different plane going to Rome. Now he's going to Paris. And he goes, yeah, the plane left. And he goes, with my vegan meal on it.
Oh, no.
I was just laughing.
Man.
But he'll be fine. Once he gets to Israel, I'll get plenty of the montages of all the delicious food that they have there as rockets are flying into the country.
I think it's cool. Like, it's ceasefire right now, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who knows? Don't get me started on it.
Yeah. Well, I think everything would be fine.
Yeah, while he's there. I mean, he timed it quite well. You know, it's a ceasefire as of right now. So hopefully everything will be nice, calm, and uneventful. Just what I'm hoping for.
I sure hope so. Well, speaking of, this is a good kind of segue here. More Jew stuff.
I love Jew stuff. Speaking of Jew stuff, go ahead.
So the inauguration obviously happened on Monday.
Yeah.
He did a special live stream, by the way. You can get it at willsyoutube.com. All right, I gotta okay, there it goes. The virtual background. I don't know what's the deal with this thing, StreamYard, but it doesn't work too well. And granted, I don't have a green screen. I probably do need a green screen. But anyway, so the inauguration was Monday. Obviously, another big character in this whole thing, one of many, has been not only Donald Trump, but Elon Musk. Elon Musk really is like almost more so of a fixture as far as vitriol and fear, and they just don't like him. They just don't like Elon. And he gave a speech, at the after party.
Yeah, at the Capital One Arena.
And apparently he gave a little bit of a weird movement, weird gesture that some say resemble a Roman salute that was used by the National Socialist Party during their reign in Germany. Should I just pull it up? I guess I should just pull it up here. Let's see if I actually have the...
You do. It's in the... I don't know if you added more.
Let's see if this is it.
It's in the New York Post one.
Oh, this is...
No, that's so funny. I put that in there as well.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the same one.
Oh, this is like the 2 types of autism. Joke. Yeah, I've been seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen it. It's been.
You want me to do it for
newsworthy.
You, so everyone knows it's there?
Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's watch this. Oh, let's do this.
Dang. I mean, this is all part of...
Yes!
Like, this is evidence that...
Yes!
It's evidence that he's neurodivergent. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, you can't just look at the one gesture. You got to look at the whole shebang. And when this guy comes out, you just know it's just not fluid. It's not smooth. He's good at organizing and building the rockets and stuff and the electric vehicles. But in terms of giving speeches and just like oratory finesse, there's zero. There's zero. He doesn't have it.
I hope he does it in this clip.
I think he does. I think it like skips to when he does it.
This is what victory feels like. Yeah.
Right?
And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
No, there it is.
It was a strong one too. Had he pointed, everything would have been fine.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
it's one of those things. Like I saw it and I go, okay. I mean, yeah, it does look like that. But then
Yeah.
obviously people point out and post things where everybody does it.
Yeah.
And we're so hypersensitive to it now, at least when some people do it, that here's this. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen this too. There's Kamala doing it, and there's AOC doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weird, and he did it very awkwardly. They probably looks more natural when they did it. And these are
Just
still shots as
yeah.
well. I mean, what is? And this is like the big. It wasn't even Donald Trump. It's him doing this gesture is the real, like what everybody's talking about, and how this is the. I don't know what it means. Like what? Okay, what I want to ask people who think that this is what he's doing. That he's doing the Roman salute, and this is a dog whistle to what exactly? That the National Socialists are back in power? Do you really believe that?
No, they don't. And that's the sad part is it's just so disingenuous is that, yeah, he did the salute. He did the Sieg Heil. He did it. But like you said, a lot of people do it and he's awkward. I mean, I don't know if you watched, I watched probably about 2 hours of the inauguration yesterday. So like kind of a day late.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you saw during Trump's inauguration when he talked about going to Mars. Yeah. And how excited, there it is. Like, oh, how excited just zero finesse, can't be cool. That's just who he is. And you got to take that into account when someone accidentally gets a little too excited and does the Sieg Heil. Even the ADF, the ADL,
yeah.
the Anti-Defamation League was like, come on. He's clearly excited. He said nothing bad about Jews. He went to Ben Shapiro posted a picture of him and Elon at Auschwitz, like paying homage to the people that died there. So yeah, it's propaganda. It's really sad because they have nothing. So they're like, oh, Elon Musk hates Jews. No, he doesn't. Shut up.
Well, the funny thing about it is like everything's lost all meaning now. Where I have a feeling that the people who are complaining about this gesture probably aren't bananas about Jews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're probably team Gaza. Like I said, everybody online, that dude, Channel 5 guy, the you know what I'm talking about? Channel 5 Live, Andrew something.
The Tampa Bay guy?
No. He's a big national. Channel 5.
You
anyway,
keep saying that.
Channel 5 guy.
Yeah.
He was, F Elon, my grandparents fought the not. It's like, dude, and I kind of like that guy too. He's obviously he's from Washington. He obviously leans a little left, as do most creators now these days. But what do you really believe that he's a not? I know you don't. I know you're lying. You're just using this as political fuel. And then I saw other like my friends posting about it. And I'm just like,
let me ask you this.
Come on.
Let me ask you this. Did you see one Jew upset about this? Probably not.
Well, one who claims to be. I don't even know if they really are.
Yeah.
I'm a little dubious. Let's just put it that way. Of their bloodline.
When the Jews are saying we're not insulted by this, you kind of know that it's just propaganda. Because if the Jews were collectively like, this is outrageous, if Dennis Prager was on the line and Ben Shapiro and all those guys, and they're supporting Elon, you understand that this is just like a psyop to get upset about something. Because listen, think about the leftists right now, the Democrats, those who are left on the Democratic Party. Unreal that there are any. But anyways, think about like they've lost everything. They lost the blow in the election, the Senate, the executive office, the Supreme Court. Like they're just a bunch of losers right now. So they are just grasping at anything to kind of push them in a direction where they have cause and meaning again, because no one's buying their BS.
Yeah, it was just such a weird thing to get. I understand why, but also it's just like, I don't know. Like it's just like, okay, so let's say that you're right. I tend to think that it's probably more of he's autistic and weird, and he just kind of grabbed his heart and threw his
like,
hand.
Thank you. He wanted, this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to go, thank you. But he went, you know what I mean? It happens, Listen, I'm not offended by it. When I saw it, I was like, dang, that was a strong one. But I wasn't at all insulted or afraid or thought he was a Nazi.
So fake. I mean, just the outrage over it is so phony. And
yeah.
I just, like I said, I want to ask, like, okay, so what should we do now? Like, let's say I'm going to say, okay, you're right. So what now? What would you like to do now? And really, the only thing to do is complain and something else to solidify their beliefs, their presumptive beliefs that they had before. This solidifies it that they're just bad people. And now they can go on and feel morally, superior in with their team for whatever reason. It's just so
their whole
dumb.
thing was like white supremacy is the number
I
one
know.
problem
That's
in America.
over, though.
And
That's
then you got
over, man.
this South African from apartheid state South Africa coming here and doing the Sig Heil. Yeah, it is just so it's so silly and no one's buying it.
It's just so dumb. That really bugged me. I just saw people grasping for straws with this stuff. And I'm just like,
but can I tell you though, I really think that the Elon story is second to something else that happened at the inauguration. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Well, let's tease that. Let's leave it there. Let's say goodbye to free podcast listeners and to our friends at Radio St. Pete, hmbradio.substack.com, or you can head over to Will's YouTube or HMB Radio on Rumble and Facebook and go like those things anyway. Follow me on only on Instagram, really, home_made_man. And I look forward to speaking with you there. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, on Radio St. Pete and podcast. And we'll go to the extra bonus time, special time that we spend with our favorite people. Talk to you soon. Okay, what happened now?
Do you want to take a guess? Something that's getting a lot of attention?
I'll
give you a hint.
Yeah.
Give you a hint.
Oh, old Big Tits Bezos. Yeah.
El Sanchez with the tatas out and about looking like a fucking hooker.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. Boy, Zuck's eyes were everywhere the next day.
I saw he was liking her. He was liking her Facebook photos.
Yeah, her ball gown that she wore that evening.
Here's Megyn Kelly on it. You posted this.
I love Megyn Kelly. She does not hold back.
Jeff Bezos runs the Washington Post, owns it, and owns Amazon, of course. And I will tell you, this is not my first time saying she dresses like a hooker.
Oh no,
because she does. And we called out, we had to deal with some Hollywood PR firm. I can't remember who we were trying to get, but we tried to avoid those people, but sometimes you can't. And this PR agent went off on our booker. Mm-hmm. They're so angry because they represent her or they do some business with her. And she had, talked to them, whatever. It's like those two don't like to be made fun of.
Yep.
He's done a lot to change his look. He looks nothing like he looked 20 years ago. I don't think she's seen a doctor. She doesn't want to go under the scalp. I mean, you tell me. That's not natural.
No.
And that's fine if that's your choice, but have some dignity and some respect for your setting in your circumstances. No.
Okay, so she's wearing, that's what she wore to the inauguration there in the photo. She's got like kind of like a, is that a brassiere? Well, I don't know what exactly
it's like people are calling it a camisole. Wait, can we just finish it since we have like 2 seconds?
One should be talking about your tits. Sorry. They should be talking about the inauguration.
Okay.
So she's wearing, I think I tried to, honestly, I was really doing the zoom in thing.
Yeah.
Trying to see, is it like a bodysuit? Is it just a bra? I think it's like a bra, I think it's a bra is what it is. And I was trying to take her a good look. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe it's a shirt, like a corset top with white. And then I'm like, nah, that's a bra.
I mean, I would say
them tits are out.
Yeah. Listen, you don't want to shame necessarily people, but you know what? Some people should have shame. You should have shame a little bit. It keeps you in check. And frankly, I didn't really see this.
Really?
I don't think that's appropriate.
No, it's not at all appropriate.
And you got mad at John Fetterman showing up in a hoodie and shorts, which is, it's not
equally
really
annoyed with that.
I have a little more sympathy for him just because he's not well and he's, he's disabled. And
come on, but he's a congressman.
I know.
He can't dress, can't put on a nice pair of pants. And on top of that, he's wearing cargo shorts and a hoodie. It's like fucking 19 degrees out in Washington, D.C. And he's like purposely.
That's what I'm wearing. I'm literally Fettermaned out right now. I got shorts on.
Yeah, but it's a little warmer here than it was. And you're not outside. Have you even stepped outside today?
Yeah.
Oh,
I went for a walk.
Oh, sorry.
A couple miles.
Oh,
I'll have you know.
Great. Well,
But-
anyways, here's
yeah.
the thing. The point is that she looks great. She looks good. The lips are a bit much, but the body and the tits are kicking, Lauren.
yeah.
You look great, but also you just come on. You don't wear this to the inauguration.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah.
So
Garrett, shout out to Garrett, super chat. He says, I like turtles and goals. Let's fucking go. I can actually say that. Thank you, Garrett. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I tend to
inappropriate.
agree with you. I think even Fetterman, you're right. I was like,
Come on, man.
whatever, but it is kind of a nice event. Everybody else is dressed up. Like, you can't be the only one to show up.
And listen, like he walks around Capitol Hill like that all the time
Yeah,
when everybody else is dressed up.
Right.
And I go, it's annoying, but whatever. It's work. But this is like a special occasion, sir.
It's a special
Can't
occasion.
you please?
And I think that, one of the points I think that he made was that, back in the day, everybody was like farmers and stuff, and they weren't showing up in suits. And that was kind of a recent thing when, the oligarchy began to form in this country. It used to be kind of like working men that served the country as senators and congressmen. So they weren't showing up in suits. And they go, yeah, that's true. But, for a formal event, like an inauguration, you got to put on some slacks.
Yeah.
Dog.
And listen, if you want to come to work like a farmer instead of a hoodie, I would actually respect that more than just a hoodie with basketball.
That's modern day
shorts.
farmer gear.
Whatever, dude.
Basketball shorts, a hoodie.
Agree to disagree,
That's what they're farming in now.
Yeah, it just looked disrespectful, I think. And then with her and her titties out, God bless her. She has a great body she's like 55. She's killing it.
She looks great.
But also she's had some work.
Bezos is ripped.
Bezos discovered TRT is what Bezos discovered, and he looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like really good.
His head he's bald, so he's doing the right thing by just shaving his head. Of course. Not having a horseshoe pattern. I mean,
no, because being bald is a choice. Balding is not a choice.
Yeah.
So be in what's the word I'm looking for? Like not intent. Whatever.
Yeah,
just commit
I know
to
what
the
you
decision.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, just go with it. But if you have a horseshoe pattern, guys, you just gotta shave your head. You can't rock the
intentional. Be intentional. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and it's a good look. I mean, I would say as far as he should grow like some sort of facial hair or something that would help, even if it's a mustache. Just like I don't know, it's freezing up again. I hate this. Well, not freeze up with a green screen. That's what I want to know. I don't know. Fucking buy one. Anyway, but he does kind of look like a circumcised penis, I will say. Jeff Bezos with his bald head and his weird ears. He's got weird ears too. But I mean, it's better than an alternative.
He's jacked up.
He is ripped.
Like, what is he? 61 too.
Yeah.
He looks fucking great. He's killing it.
I saw a picture of it was like him and his first wife when he was like balding and working in the garage and just super nerd.
Yeah.
And now he's with this chick and ripped.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I'm really kind of surprised in a way that he didn't go for someone that was 30 years younger than him. Like there was only like maybe a 5-year difference between the two.
Yeah.
So, God bless them. But they both look great. I mean, she doesn't, nothing about her looks natural, but she still looks good. So
yeah. She's kind of a slut though. Shouldn't be wearing
100%.
Shouldn't be wearing that to the inauguration. Same thing with Fetterman. So we're calling out the fellas and the ladies here.
Yeah.
Don't be a slob. Don't be a slut.
Yep. No slobs.
At inauguration.
Yeah. I
mean, be a slob and a slut any day of the year you want, except inauguration day or Christmas. Those are the few days. So we got some personal stuff. I mean, I kind of talked about mine already. But obviously, I was still going after this fiasco I had 2 weeks now with the Bone lineup and the allegations that people at the station heard that I was being a dickhead about the lineup and being mean and attacking people personally. I've heard. I put out a lot of fires last week. I think we're cool now. With the boss man too, he actually went and listened to it. Thank God. So when I talked to him, he was just like, "We're good." It's like, okay, all right, great. But I listened to the midday show on the Bone and heard some audio that was appalling to me.
Can I do an impersonation of you?
Sure.
Will, we listened to this right after the show last week, and this was a face that I saw from Will maybe every 30 seconds. Ready?
Oh, you can't think. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was probably me.
Shocked, appalled,
Dude, just
upset, irate.
not upset, but just like
Pissed.
mystified about this.
Yeah.
So he had heard that I attacked him personally and that I was just said some really heinous just bullshit. I mean, just bull. And my thing is he doesn't know. He doesn't know me. I met him one time and he was nice. We had the run in on the show with the top 80% thing, which seemed to have stuck with him for some reason. The top 80% gate at the Bone. He brought that up on the show. I'm like, I'm surprised you remember that, but I would love to ask him if he was in my shoes with that, what he would say in that occasion. I mean, what are you supposed to do? But it's just stupid. It doesn't really have anything to do with this stuff. But we found out through that audio who started the rumors, and I know they're probably listening now, so that's good. We found out my old radio partner, Mr. Johnny B, was the instigator behind this whole thing, which I remember telling you that's who I thought it was, and you were like, no, I don't think so. I was like, okay. And then we heard it, and you said, oh, you were right. So I don't want to dig into old wounds necessarily, but my beef,
yes, you do.
My beef with Gareth was, and I actually feel more sympathetic. I feel more sympathy now for Gareth at this point because he was kind of a victim. He was kind of used in this whole thing.
Wow.
So our beef started because Johnny reached out to Gareth to do his podcast to tell his story about why I left the Bone. Johnny had a radio show that he could have done it on live. It's his show, which frankly, no offense, gets way more listeners than what Garrett's Instagram show did. Why did he do that? I don't know. My theory is that if he would have done it on his show, people would have called in and pushed back. And I don't think he could have dealt with that. So he wanted to go to a safe space where he could tell his side of the story.
Can I make a confession really quickly that I forgot even to mention?
Mm-hmm.
I've done Garrett's show.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Yeah, I went to was it the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
Yeah.
This must have been like 6 or 7 years ago. There were 3 men. I don't remember the third one. It was Dizzy, AJ, and then who was the third person? I don't even remember, but they said, hey, Anna, can you drive out?
Anthony, Pugs.
Oh, Pugs.
Yeah,
I love Pugs. I totally forgot it was him. Yeah, he's great.
AJ, I like too.
Yeah, AJ's cool too. The Cuban ginger, I used to call him.
Yep.
And I went out to what's the acronym?
CSB.
CSB.
Yeah.
And I did their show for 2 hours.
Wow.
So when you were talking about the show last, like that, Johnny did the show, I was like, I fucking forgot I did the show.
I think I was supposed to do it, and I told him I would, and I was like,
yeah.
I was just too far to drive.
Great time, by the way. They were great guys.
No, I was going to. My car broke down. I had that crappy truck.
Oh, okay.
And it broke down. So I actually did try to do it.
Yeah.
So when that whole thing happened, when Johnny went on the show, I remember you were like, did you see this? And I said, yeah. And you said, I'll watch it and let you know if you should watch it. So I said, okay. And then you came back and said, yeah, you should watch it.
I said, I think you'll find it interesting.
Yes. And you said you're probably going to hate Gareth more than Johnny in the show. Now, Gareth said some very unkind things, told me things like, I'm an idiot. Will's an idiot for making that move, that I should have known my place, amongst other things. It pissed me off. And I went, this guy's a two-faced dickhead because he
didn't play like neutral journalist very well.
No, he just went full tilt. But listening to him that's kind of he just agrees with who he's with, and that's fine. That's neither here nor there. I'm really not trying to trash him here. And I actually, like I said, I kind of feel bad for him. So in the dissecting this on the Bone groups this week of things that I've read, somebody posted, Robert, I think, in one of the groups, that he listened to the podcast, that I didn't say anything offensive, and was kind of questioning Dizzy, kind of called Dizzy out for kind of being a two-face with this whole thing. And Gareth responded in the thing and said, okay, yeah, let me tell you what happened. Yes, initially I did say, I respect what you did. And he admitted to that. Then he said, I heard the whole story. But the thing was, and then he said, Will's a snake and whatever, echoing what Johnny said. But the problem is with that is he didn't hear the whole story. He heard Johnny's side of the story. Frankly, he shouldn't have been privy to this because it's none of his fucking business. And it's kind of a douchey move to bring him into it. Like, now I don't want to explain myself to Garrett. He shouldn't have even known about this. It was between Johnny and I. And instead of Johnny addressing it, he brought him into this for whatever.
Right, but the whole Bone was talking about it. It wasn't just Garrett, right? There's an interest of like, you were a significant part of a significant show and you left on your own accord. People are interested to know why that happened. So I totally get when Gareth was like, dude, like, Johnny, can you come on the show and talk about
that's
something?
not what happened. Johnny reached out to him. I found that out too. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
It wasn't the opposite way. That would be a good get if
of
that
course.
Happened. But like I said, I think if he would have addressed it on his show and said what he said on Garrett's YouTube show or Instagram show, he would have got calls and pushback. Because I remember sitting and listening when I left on vacation, my Key West trip that I do for my birthday. I've been doing it for the past few years. I obviously put the show on because it came back from break after Thanksgiving, and he got a lot of pushback and a lot of shit on there, which obviously that's going to happen. And I would say about 80% of the calls were kind of in agreement with me. It's a small survey, whatever, but he could have told his side of the story on his show, but for whatever reason, just said, no, we're moving on and let it go, and decided to do it on Garrett's show because it was a friendly place to do it. Yeah, clearly it was a very friendly place. And I think if I would have done Garrett's show, he probably would have been like, yeah, same thing, because that's just what he does. He just agrees with whoever he's with.
And there's a way that you can kind of finesse where you can be kind and like amicable, but also kind of play devil's advocate and go like, well, I mean, Will claims he was doing the X, Y, and Z. Can you understand why he'd be upset for, something like that? And then they have to kind of explain themselves, where you don't have to be hostile about it, but you can kind of push back.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that.
I don't think it's just not his bag either.
Yeah,
he's not an interview type of guy. I'm not saying he's bad.
What kind of guy is he?
He's just very agreeable.
Potato head? That's what you said.
I don't want to insult him anymore, because like I said, I kind of feel bad. He's kind of the victim here and got brought into something that he had no business being a part of. I don't know, but that was a fucking shitty move on Johnny's part. That was he listed the most uncharitable interpretation from what he heard, and then went ahead and texted Mike and talked to Gareth. And then since Gareth and I are feuding,
are you just putting points together?
Well, Gareth said that he heard it when JP was going off on me from Johnny. So when Mike said I heard it from a few people, I'm assuming that is Johnny and Gareth, who I've had obviously incidents with. And I'm very kind of taken aback that nobody there went, Will and Johnny have had issues, so maybe it's not the entire truth. And people just kind of ran with it and just said, oh, well, I guess this is true. Fuck Will. I mean, that was pretty shitty. And I will say, shout out to Calta for, correcting that and apologizing. I would like apologies from other people as well, which I know I won't get. But I don't know. That's just a fucked up. That was a really shitty move. In fact, I'll tell you how serious it is. I have disconnected from Johnny B on social media, not following him anymore. I don't fuck with Johnny B. I'm out of the Johnny B business. We're not friends on Facebook anymore. We don't follow each other on Instagram anymore. It was just a really Mean Girls kind of like, it was a girl thing to do what he did. It was a bitch move. Sorry. Bitch made move. And thankfully, it didn't seem to work. But I think his goal was to try to get that key card taken away from me. And that way he could just be. Now I'm still kind of poking around a little bit. So I don't know what his intentions were, but I think it was to just get me totally out of there. So that was a really dickhead move. And fuck you. I know you're listening. So eat shit.
Jesus Christ.
Fuckhead.
Okay. Yeah. We had a talk about this a few days ago because I am still very good friends with Johnny B and his wife Leah and his son.
And I like Leah.
Leah is
it's a shame.
Sweet, sweet woman.
I like Johnny too. It was in his fucking wedding.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I was just about to say is that it makes my heart sad because I think the Johnny B show was the best when it was you, me, and Johnny.
It was. It was
like,
so fun.
It was so fun. All of us have a great sense of humor. We love radio. We love interacting with the listeners. And it was just fucking awesome. And then to be part of his wedding, I was a bridesmaid. You were a groomsman. It's just really sad because it feels like the band broke up and like didn't just like went in their own direction, like broke up, like a bad breakup. And I am the child now with divorced parents who hate each other, and it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. I kind of thought that maybe, I stayed connected. I don't know. It's hard to like what I don't know. Never knew what to say. That was one of the things he was upset about, that I didn't reach out to him after this and like be like, "What's up?" But what? I mean, what am I supposed to do, man? You and I will say this, he kind of gave me an opportunity on air, really. So I mean, I owe him a debt of gratitude. Certainly, he also took me out, pretty quick. So I guess we're even there. It was a smart move on his part to take me in because I made his show much better. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm just partially sad and really mad about how that went down. And that was just a fucking shitty thing to do. Luckily, I mean, it's on video. Thankfully, it was on video and not a personal conversation or something where it couldn't be proved what it was. I hope that now he says something that people go, okay, well, he has a history of exaggerating, or his interpretation might not be the correct one. But yeah, that was kind of sad that's how it went.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest because I feel like it was eating away at you.
Out of the Johnny B business.
Yeah. You were about to write some emails and text messages that night, being last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I advised you, I said, don't send them. You can draft them, but sleep on it, wake up the next day and see how you feel.
Yeah. I thought about texting him, but it would not have been nice.
What would you have said? Like,
I would have just said that was a bitch move. And that was a really shitty thing to do. Fuck you.
Okay.
So I think it's probably what I would have said.
That's kind of how I speak to my neighbor. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I get to, the Gareth thing, he was stupid for just hearing one side of the story and just rolling with that. And it just blew up into such a weird, I mean, that's how radio stuff goes. But yeah, it's fun. Hopefully get an opportunity to speak with Gareth too, to clear the air a little bit.
That will be interesting. I know that John Senning is trying to get you two to become friends.
Yeah.
And that would be top-notch radio, I think.
Oh,
People would love that because that is kind of the rivalry right now is you and Gareth.
It's tense though.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it involves, like, the whole thing stemmed from Johnny. So it's kind of like, I'm sure they don't want to bring, I really honestly
that would make the radio even better if it's more convoluted and brings in more people. Because what I can see happening is you guys making amends and then, facing your ire towards Johnny, which would not be. Listen, I know that radio just thrives on drama, and that is good drama.
I just know they're not trying to bring any negativity, especially right now when the lineup just changed. And
I mean, you got JP and Monica, so
yeah,
there's negativity there.
Yeah, but this is like, it's a little, well, I think it's probably real on their end too, but yeah, I had so much. I was thinking about this all day of what I was gonna say, and I guess it's now that I got the light on, it's just not coming to me. But it's certainly sad, and I don't know. I still feel like it was shitty.
I mean, I also just want to make sure that, if Johnny did tell Gareth something, like Will is upset that there's no nighttime programming, and then Gareth interprets that
That
as
could be, but
you know,
I
Will
don't think
thinks
so.
the new lineup sucks because Gareth doesn't like you. You know what I
Well,
mean? We
here's the
don't really
thing.
know who exactly is
I
at fault
do.
here.
Well, I kind of do, because in that I remember listening to audio with Gareth and JP. So Gareth would verbatim tell him what I said, but then in the next few sentences he would go, "I didn't listen to it."
I heard from people.
He heard it. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny just, I don't know if he has JP's phone number or just texted him. I wouldn't be surprised if he went and texted everybody. Again, disappointed that people just took that verbatim and didn't do it. I know it's tough though. Like, what are you going to go listen to an hour-long podcast to try to clear?
Can I say this without being offensive? Please don't take this offensively, but like, nobody cares.
Yeah, no,
like nobody is
that.
like thinking about like, is Will right or wrong? They're just like, he said that. What a piece of shit, you know?
Yeah.
No one is going to go investigate.
Clearly. Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it is online, and
I would have to tell my own boss that in so many words, where he's like, "Are they talking about me? What they say about me?" And I'm like, "Not much." He goes, "Oh, because they're telling everybody to keep quiet." I'm like, "No, because no one gives a fuck about you actually anymore. No one talks about you. The only time that anyone even mentioned your name was when I first started day one in Mike Olivero's office, and he was like, 'Hey, I don't know what you heard because the lawsuit was going on. Don't mention anything on air.' And I said, 'Okay, capiche, no problem.' And no one ever fucking talked about Bubba ever again until Rob worked there.
yeah,
And that was it. Nobody was talking about him, but he's always like, 'Oh my God, they're talking about me.' I'm like, no, motherfucker. They don't care."
Well, it's just ego. It's
Of course.
egomania
Yeah.
type thing. It's weird because they have. I actually talked to one of your trolls.
Oh, fun.
I got a text message, and usually I don't answer those. Like, I got a shitty one this week. And by the way, you can't leave a text or voicemail.
A shitty text.
Positive or negative. You do whatever you want. 813-693-2124. I do answer them sometimes. And most of the time, if they're shitty, probably won't. But at least you can have your say. You can leave a voicemail as well. But I was alone on a Saturday. Julie was out of town. And it was actually somebody that I had spoken to before about headbands, actually.
What?
And then they were, and then they were
Random.
asking where I got my headband. And then they were giving you shit about unemployment because I guess your former boss was
lamenting
that he was
has to
paying
pay
you
extra.
Yeah, sorry. I mean,
Actually,
like,
I get money from the government, dumbass.
well,
I think here's the thing. I didn't know this about unemployment, but I guess if one of your ex-employees gets unemployment, like the portion of unemployment that you pay goes up. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought you just pay into the system, and a part of it goes to unemployment, a part of it goes here. But I guess when one of your ex-employees actually collects, that it spikes your unemployment.
Well, sorry,
that's why it's there.
That's the cost of doing business. You have your own business.
And I'm sorry that you fired me because you said you were gonna fire me, and I went to just go peek around for another job. That was the big crime. And everyone's like, "Oh, it was in Orlando, it was in a Tampa, it was a major it was fucking Fort Walton Beach. Does anyone even live there? Did it get destroyed by the hurricane? There's like 6 people that live in Fort Walton Beach. No one's fucking listening." Basically, I got Megyn Kelly, if you know what that means, which is her ratings were bad. She did the blackface thing. They terminated her and said it was because of the blackface thing, when really it was just because she had bad ratings, which is exactly what happened to me. I had bad ratings. Bubba wasn't happy with me because things were... I was getting on his nerves, and also the history with the boyfriend. So he let me go, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, yeah, she's fucking stole money." Da, da, da. And I go, well, if he thought I did anything, why did he employ me for a year after the boyfriend exited the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone seems to forget that fact. They're like, Anna didn't do shit except try to find a job when her job was threatened. And when I did approach Bubba, when he was talking on these podcasts, pilled out on Ambien and God knows what else. And then I'd be like, "Why'd you say that?" He goes, "I didn't say that." I'm like, "Well, it's queued up. Do you want to hear what you said when you called me a racist? You want me to play that back?" "No, we'll talk about it tomorrow." "Okay, great." He threatened my job. He said he was looking for my replacement. I asked him about it. And he told me, no, I'm not. No eye contact. Like, I'm looking up this motherfucker up and down. I'm like, everything is just like red flag, fucking liar, doesn't want me here. So I'm like, all right, I got to self-preserve. Let me just try and see what else is out there. Had this job listing up on my computer for fucking 2 weeks because I was like, this job sucks. I don't want this job. I don't want to go to Fort Walton Beach, this like shitty little market, and the job wasn't a good match. It was just no bueno. But then, when he started calling me a racist on the air and trying to ruin my reputation, pilled up on Ambien, I go, maybe it's time I just start looking at other options, just being open-minded, and went on LinkedIn, sent my resume, said, please do not contact my current employer. Send. 2 days later, hey, bitch. And he basically compared me to Spice Boy because that's exactly what I did. I turned in a sex tape and tried to ruin his life. When in reality, all I did was a cold apply to another job. I didn't speak to another human being. It wasn't like I was close to making a deal. None of that shit. It was just sending my resume. By the way, I know who fucking did it, by the way. I know which motherfucker did that and sent the information to Bubba. And can I say something? And God is going to send me straight to hell.
Yeah.
I think this person has cancer, and maybe now you know why.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Well, that'll be a good clip. We can make a short out of that.
You have cancer. I don't wish cancer on anyone, but maybe it's because you do shit like this, and then God gives you cancer because you're a piece of shit. So, yeah, listen. I didn't give you cancer. I didn't do that.
Calling out those bitch moves tonight.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. God did, because God fucking hates you because you're a piece of shit. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, there you go. I heard too. We got a comment that
I'm getting kind of hot and bothered up in this.
It's good. It's good that they talk about you though. Still, that's kind of good. They were in a huff because you did the show with Shannon and Philly, and that.
What did they? Do you want to read it? Or?
I don't. It was just a comment. I would love to find the audio. I would listen to it if I could, but I guess I don't know when it was, but I guess
audio?
he was. Yeah, I guess he was all pissed talking about it on air.
Oh, Bubba. Oh, yeah. No, I know that. I thought you were going to read me the.
Oh, well, it just happened. Essentially that they were just giving you shit about unemployment. And I was like, it's, I just see things that come across my screen that you just go, I know that you think you know. This is like JP. He thinks he knows. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. He doesn't know me. These people don't know you. They hear something from somebody who doesn't like you now and take it verbatim. And, I just said, take it up with the state of Florida, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Was he like mad on Bubba's behalf, or was he just like, just letting you know?
No, it was
shit.
No, it was, he was mad.
Oh,
and he was, wanted to get his 2 cents in. And usually I wouldn't answer those because we've gotten those in the past. There's sometimes that people will say shit in here. And, I get it when you're part of where you're not really part of it, but you're a listener to a show. You form these one-sided relationships with the people on the other end, and people feel the need to, jump in. I got a shitty message too. Somebody who probably likes JP and Gareth or whatever. And it's just like, you guys don't know what you're talking about, but it doesn't matter. It's just something to do. And it's just crazy how negative people can be online. I got a really thick skin, and I just know that people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and just don't answer. Just turn your computer off. I love the Tyler the Creator thing. It was talking about cyberbullying. It's like, how is that even a thing? Just turn your computer off. So that's what I do. I read it and I go, you're a fucking idiot, and I go on with my day usually. But this one I actually answered, and I think I might have gotten through because we exchanged like 10. Should I just pull it up?
Yeah, I'm like, I'd love for you to just read it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. And 813-693-2124. That's a voice and text line.
You sent me one a few days ago, but I wasn't sure if that was the same.
I think that was the one with where your former boss was pissed that
says,
you had
hey guys, Bubba was sure wound up about the Anna Shannon deal. I get the whole I'm your old boss thing, but Christ, can a former employee work again? That seems like it was on my side.
Yeah. So it just says, hey, Will, quick question. This is from the voicemail. Anna going to get the going to the meat and potatoes of this whole bubble. Is Anna going to get to the whole meat and potatoes? Well, I think she just did just now. It's been out for a while for her to spill the beans, all the F that hit the fan. He said Anna does not.
What is F hitting the fan?
I don't know.
Fuck, it's shit that hits the fan, friend.
Right. But yeah, I don't
That's
know.
okay.
This is what I'm talking about. It's just
He's
dumb
he's
people.
illiterate. That's
Yeah.
okay. He's trying his best.
Anna does not have a gang on her to let it eat and tell us what's up. And I think I said, wait, is this the same guy? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. And I said, well, you signed a NDA, which you did.
Yeah.
But I think you pretty much just said what happened there. And oh, this was what was funny, because this was in the past. This is when he was kind of cool. He said, glad Anna gets money from you, meaning me, and Bubba for unemployment. Not cool. You get basically nothing from me. I give you half of any Venmos that come in and super chats that come in. And unfortunately, business isn't really booming here. So it's not anything that's going to pay the bills. And you got to, I guess he's saying that you got another year of unemployment. I don't know if that's
woohoo. I got 13 weeks of unemployment, and that is it. I have not gotten any more money outside of those 13 weeks. So, and I got it from the government.
Yeah.
Like the state of Florida. I didn't get it from BCLS.
So I guess he's telling people that he gets it right from the, I guess he's insinuating that he's paying you. I mean, this is just fucking like, have you, none of you people lost a job before? You don't know how this works? I mean, good for you. You never have.
Fucking retards. Stupid.
Yeah.
Where do you think unemployment comes from? Your ex boss gives you a fucking check? No, dumbass.
I mean, I know these people have lost jobs before, so I mean, they must know how it works.
They didn't even know they could collect unemployment or what it is.
That's
probably what it is.
Well, I told them, I said, you have a low IQ. You have no clue what you're talking about. Get a life. And then he said, okay, sorry. My information from Bubba, who said it on his show, was not correct. Sorry.
Well, that was easy.
Sorry, I made this up. I forgot you're a Calta guy. And I said, buddy, I'm not anybody's guy. I'm nobody's. I'm not working.
We're daddy free right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mike, and I know Mike. I don't know Bubba. I never met him.
Can I make an admission as well?
Yeah.
I like Mike too.
Yeah.
I've liked Mike all along, actually. I had to play like I hated him for 4 years, but I didn't give a fuck. Mike was always cool to me.
Yeah. I mean, Mike's been cool and not cool to me, but I like Mike, and I admire what he's accomplished. He's one of my people that I look up to, certainly in the business. But it's funny that you get put in this because we work at certain places where like putting these, like, I don't give a shit. This shit has nothing to do with me or what I'm trying to do. I don't have a guy. Like, I'm not on anybody's team. I'm here. I'm my own guy. And I said, yeah, you're misinformed. I really don't know what Anna's money situation is, but it's a very common practice to get unemployment if you're terminated from a job. Take it up with the state of Florida. And then he said B.
I thought he was going to say no.
Which probably means no. It's probably just because he's stupid. So he typed it wrong. And I said, this is a very unhealthy obsession you have. Take a hobby. He said, thanks for clearing that up. I guess everyone but Anna is not truthful and would do the same if she was my friend. Sorry for making this up.
I'm not.
And then told me that I gaslight very well.
He's like, yeah.
And I just wrote a long message and just basically call him a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think he didn't respond after that. So I felt the need for that one to say something, but I don't know. Like I get having a connection with the show that you like, but it's a one-sided relationship. Don't fucking come to these. They don't need your defense. I mean, I get just people are bored and it's something to do to fight with people.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Especially if you work at Honey Baked Ham or something.
Some guy was giving me shit in the Facebook thing, and he's like, give it up, Will. You lost, whatever. Go sell copiers or something. And I looked at his profile, and he works at a Honey Baked Ham. And I just wanted to be like, is Honey Baked Ham hiring? And selling copiers, you can make more money. Why don't you sell copiers? You fucking dickhead. Stop working at a Honey Baked Ham. No, I'm talking to that guy who's not listening. But yeah. Any hooser.
I think we gave you more than you bargained for. I was not expecting to get this lit up today, and it felt kind of good.
Well,
Felt
it's
kind of
something
good.
you have
Warmed me up during this winter storm we're having.
Yeah, Bubba, play this on your show, dog. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. So hopefully, I get to talk to Dizzy. I'd like to repair my relationship with the Dizster. So, like I said, I think he's a victim here. I think it was stupid for just believing what stupid Johnny said and not doing his research. But nobody does research. That's the whole thing. Everybody reads the headline. I get it. I'm sympathetic to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to try not to. Obviously, there was a lot that Dizzy was not privy to. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully we can reconnect and become buds again. That's really what I'm hoping for.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. And it sucks because before you could just kind of say your piece on the air when you were part of a show.
Yeah.
And now it's like you don't have an outlet except for this.
Right.
So unless anybody listens to this, it's just not gonna get out. So it sucks.
And people like to point out that people don't listen to it. And that's not true.
We got listeners.
We're actually doing not bad, not great, not anywhere close to where we need to be.
Sure.
But
a little something.
You know,
That's
it's fun.
okay.
We have fun. I like it. It's fun telling people
I have
to
a
fuck
great
off.
time. Yeah.
that's
I think
fun.
it's good for your health. I think that is healthy sometimes, just to get it out, get the demons out.
Yeah.
So
sorry, Joe. He's mad because I wasn't paying attention to chat. I was ranting and
you know
telling
how hard
people
it
to
is to
fuck
read
off
and talk at the same time.
Yeah. Let's go over some of these.
Joe's fine. He's fine. He's eating pizza, Chipotle, donuts.
Ronnie D gave you your check. Let's see. That's not what he said. I have a lot to add, but I'm not going to waste my time typing this shit that no one will read. Joe. Oh, Joe. We're getting to it now, buddy. There's other shit. I don't know. Mike from St. Pete. What's up, Mike? Love Anna. There you go. Johnny B's my daddy. No, he's not. F you and F Calta. Okay, so I mean, see, this is this is what we're dealing with.
He has nothing better to do, and that's all right.
Yeah. Any other good ones? Thank you, Garrett, again for the super chat. It was very nice of you, my friend. Appreciate it very much.
I like it when the people in the comments start insulting each other, because then they are entertaining each other, and we can just talk, and they can just.
That's
fuck
fun.
around.
Yeah, that's fun.
So
I
do
mean,
that,
like, Joe. I know you're not rolling in dough, obviously, but I mean, I will say,
sorry,
he's rolling pizza. I will say, like, if it's a super chat, then I get notified, I get dinged, and I go to those, like Garrett did. I know you don't have them. I know. Listen, I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best here. Joe says been cranking it out on Instagram. Yeah, baby. That's my only outlet. I did start a Twitter just for the podcast, but it's not. I don't say anything on it. Let's just put it that way. Learn my lesson.
PTSD. Twitter PTSD.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shame.
I guess that's it. Man, I had so much. I was practicing this all day.
I know.
And I feel like I really dropped the ball.
You didn't, because you got it out. Listen, it's never going to be as smooth as you rehearsed it in your head, because you get excited, you start thinking about all the things you want to bring up, and it's just not quite as concise as you want it to be. But the point was made.
Yeah, I think I said my piece.
Yeah,
at least for the most part there. But
he gets $30 a month.
Yeah.
That's
well,
cool.
Joe, hit me up with a 30 spot, cuz. No, I'm just kidding.
Shame.
Don't. I'm just kidding.
Wait, you get $30 a month and you spend like $30 every time you eat on Uber Eats?
Yeah, I think he's
that
fibbing.
math ain't mathin'.
He's fibbing. He gets more than that. But it's all right. It's all right, Joe.
That's
I
okay.
listen, I do my best for the chats. My plan is I know that Anna's not always going to be available, but we are intending to put out more content in 2025, hanging out. So if Anna's not here, then I will definitely rely on the chat. So
can I do a creatine update?
Yeah.
God damn it, you
It's
can't.
disappeared. You got nothing. Oh, okay. Your arm's invisible.
Chris says I looked really jacked.
Ripped up.
Yeah.
Love that.
Trying to kill people like a pit bull or something.
It is
Oh,
fun.
shit.
It's fun. Oh, Mike said earlier, tell the pit bull it's MAGA country.
That guy's probably MAGA. He sucks.
The
Sucks.
guy with the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gives me MAGA vibes.
Not
which
Mike.
it's
Mike
fine.
rules.
It's fine, but
Don't yell at Mike.
I'll just say that dog is a Kamala Harris fan photo.
Defeated. Kevin, hope I get back for the live stream. Me too. I hope you did. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Comments.
Wrap it up. Should we? I don't even know if I should mention it. Obviously, the E-Rock thing didn't work out.
Oh yeah. Good. I'm glad we didn't. He called and canceled it. That's all right.
Yeah. So, I just asked him like when would be a good time for him, and hopefully we can just kind of work on his schedule.
Yeah, I mean, like
middle
he
of
can
the
pop
week,
on this.
evening. He's got a kid, you know.
I do.
So
well, this is why I hate. I used to when I was doing the podcast just by myself, and it started with like interviewing. Well, it started with me and my roommate, and then it started with I'm gonna start
roommate
Adam Howe, my buddy Adam, and that was super fun. But even him, after like how podcasts go, generally people do it for 2 or 3 episodes or talk about doing it for 7 years and don't do it. But it's going to be firing up real soon. But you do them and then you're like, fuck, it's just something else you got to do.
Yeah.
And if you're not really passionate about it, people start them and then they're like, they put them up and they get 4 listens and it's, not all the way through. Probably, yeah, it's frustrating. So, I'd certainly get that. And it's hard for people to, like you said, it's in the evening time. People worked all day.
They have children. They have lives. They take care of.
They gotta go on a podcast.
Yeah, when they've just been, and especially because it's like it's dark, so it's like fuck, it's nighttime. I should be in bed.
Yeah,
not chatting it up with these losers.
Well, it was too. Like it was hard when I was having to chase people down. Because I started just interviewing. I lived in St. Pete for a long time, and there's like artists everywhere. Just people that are doing creative
I meet them
stuff.
all the time at Radio St. Pete.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. And so I'd be like, you're probably not getting any attention. This is a good way to kind of network. You could talk about work that you're doing, musicians, artists, whatever. But they weren't always super reliable to do something like that. So having to chase people down, and this was before Zoom, where you could just like Zoom in. This was like you'd have to come to my apartment and like hang out for an hour, and we're strangers. And yeah, I mean, it was tough.
That's not marriage.
So I was relieved when you got fired, so you could just do this podcast with me.
Well, we started when I was fired the first time,
right?
And we just kept it going.
Oh, was it the first time?
It was.
That's
fucking first time because I was gonna spill the beans on your show.
Yep.
SBK, rah.
Yeah.
And
that was a comment too, where they thought that Monica and Gareth were the ones behind getting you fired. I said, "Oh no!
Oh,
I got that on Substack."
Yeah, no.
It's our old buddy SBK who had a major hand in that,
and he admitted it because he ended up hustling Bubba for a gig.
Yeah,
like last year, and called in, and it was actually really funny. So kudos to Bubba. It was like a Ricky Lake episode. So, SBK didn't know that I was in there listening because it was an after show. And so Bubba was talking about me, getting him to kind of open up. And then he's like, well, actually, SBK, Anna's been here the whole time. Anna, come on out. It was straight up Ricky Lake, and it was so fun. And SBK was a good sport, and that motherfucker has been through a lot.
He's
been through a lot, and hurt people. I get it, and I have a lot more sympathy for him, now. But he did admit to alerting John Brennan. He's like, "You think I have the authority to fire you?" I go, "No, but you alerted John Brennan." He's like, "Well, yeah," and I'm like, "Okay." So I was right.
Thought. I mean, that's what we thought all along. It was a very weird dynamic during that time with you, me, Johnny, and I guess even Ryan was still there at that point. It was a very weird crossovers, and I mean,
and looks like I was right because George Floyd sucks.
Yeah,
BLM is a sham, and all the people that posted the black square are losers. So I was right, you were wrong. Suck it.
Damn. Well, that's what Anna says. I mean, I say, just to follow up on that, SBK was like the first dude that was like nice to me at the bone.
He was so nice.
And he was inquisitive, like he was curious about the podcast and things that I was doing. And it's a shame that that relationship kind of crumbled because I thought he was a cool guy, and then he wasn't a cool guy. So, but you're right. I mean, during that time, he went through a lot. And,
he did. He went through the kidney stuff, and then I think like he was with a girl for like in I don't know 12, 20 years, and then that disintegrated. And listen, that's tough. That's fucking tough. And but
you just get mad at the world, and obviously it was a tough summer of love that time during
it
George
sure
Floyd.
Was. So
people were very on edge.
I honestly, and it's so funny because when I tell people like the tweet that got me fired, people, you tell them now, they're like, that's really benign. I'm like, I know.
Oh, it was a different time.
I know. But then I'm like, but go back to June of 2020. Where were you then?
Yeah.
And we all remember seeing that George Floyd video and going like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then John Brennan called each and every one of us. I'm sure he called you. And I have a distinct memory of him calling me and saying, this is kind of this is the real raw radio. This is the stance the station is taking. So just chill out with the, spicy talk. And I said, got it.
Don't worry about me.
You don't have anything to worry about. Which, to be fair, I didn't say anything on the air because this was on social media. But nevertheless, I said the wrong thing, and I remember thinking like, oh, it's been a week. People should be over it by now. No, they were not. They were not over it by then. Some are still not over it, but at the end of the day, I was right. And
boy, Twitter has fucked both of us.
It sure has.
Twitter's really fucked both of us. I mean, it's such a great platform, though. I mean, I use
especially
it
now
as a news aggregator now for my
best videos.
Prep, and oh man, it truly is. You can bypass CNN and MSNBC and all Fox. You can just go straight to the source. Although now there's going to be AI videos. People are already getting fooled by.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've seen this because we probably have a similar algorithm. There's this very attractive, not real person. They got an extra chromie.
Oh, it's AI?
It's AI. And people all over the internet are going, I would.
Is it
would
the Italian? The Italian chick?
I don't know.
Cooking?
Long hair, like beautiful. Every like body is a 10, but the face is a little.
Was she cooking in the video?
There's a few videos. One, she's in like almost lingerie.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
And I'm looking at that like that can't be real. And then I see on the account it says AI generated.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, oh my God, this is all over the internet. People going, would you? I would.
AI Down syndrome filter. Oh no. Oh no. AI image generator with Down syndrome.
And so people are like, syndrome down, but I'm up sort of a thing. Because she's super hot.
Oh no. Yeah.
But it's not real, folks. She ain't real.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
But I'll send it to you when I see it again. I'll probably see it tonight.
Yeah, I've definitely. Oh no, we're frozen now. There we go.
See those
Shaking
lats?
it loose. That's
what people want to see from me. They don't want to see my tits or my butt. They're like, show us your lats. Which, to be fair, I got great lats. I got a great back and shoulders. Bubba, what used to always say.
Oh, is somebody Joe S. or John Brennan is Johnny B? No,
that's funny. There are a lot of Johns at the bone.
Yes, no.
Not to be confused with John Senning.
Right.
John Brennan, and then there's Johnny B.
And then there's also JP. His first name is John.
No way. Oh yeah, it's John. What is it? Parassi. Yeah, that's JP. So
yeah. So fun times. Hopefully this one doesn't
blow up in your face.
Well, I don't know. He'll cry to John or something, to John Brennan, and maybe he will. I don't know. I know he's watching, so don't do that. Just don't. But yeah, fun times. Learned a lot today and shared a lot today. And maybe we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Stay tuned.
Have a great rest of your week if we don't talk to you. And subscribe, hit the bell, do all that crap here on YouTube and Rumble. Facebook is cool now. Zuckerberg's looking at the Amazon lady's titties and he's like doing jujitsu. And
he's badass.
He's like, down now. So apparently Facebook's cool. So don't have to worry about getting banned. I don't know about YouTube. I mean, YouTube makes me nervous, but I saw the Google CEO was at the inauguration and that is a subsidiary of Google, YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to work on the new Google or the new YouTube CEO, put them in karate class or something, see if they can get cool. And, but yeah, we're definitely in the right direction, I think. Feeling good, looking good, and excited about 2025.
Goodbye.
See ya.